What's up, guys? So, a few of y'all have asked me for my thoughts on current events and what's going on, and hadn't put anything up on it in a while now. So, I've been thinking about it, and I figured I'd just throw a few things out there for you as just kind of some food for thought. If you've watched my channel for any time, you should already know pretty much where I stand on things. In case you need any clarification, when it comes to things pertaining to current events, personally, I only care about two things. Number one, I care about what you do, and number two, about what you say. That's it. That's the only things that I judge people on. So, with that in mind, if you think back a couple of months ago, I did a video titled "The End of Things as We Know It," or "End of the World as We Know It," something like that. And I kind of explained the title in the video, so go back and watch that if you want. A couple months before that, I did one titled "Are You Ready?" I did all those for a reason. I had sneaky suspicion, let's call it, that things were heading in bad directions. Didn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But I did those in hopes that anybody that might watch this that wasn't taking things seriously and wasn't taking being ready seriously would. I hope that you have. Because if you haven't, you might very well be too late. It pains me to say it, but I don't believe things are ever going to get back exactly the way they used to be 6 months ago. I don't think we're going to see that again. In fact, I think things are probably going to continue to go downhill and get worse. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things at play right now. As far as current events go, make no mistake. No matter what is the official narrative, the bottom line is what we are seeing is a socialist communist takeover of the country. They play a fairly long game. They've been making plans for a long, long time and just waiting for the opportune moment to try to implement those plans by something else going on they could segue in on. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're hijacking the whole situation. And unfortunately, there's too many useful idiots out there that don't know they're being hijacked or refuse to believe it. And you get what we're getting. This is serious. This isn't a joke. This isn't a game. We are heading towards very, very, very bad, dark times if things don't turn quickly. I'm not holding a lot of hope that they will. I know that sounds, doomy and depressing, but it is what it is, and I'll be more than happy to be wrong. So just a couple of points for you to put in the back of your head and think about. Number one, this is a socialist communist attempt at changing America, taking over America. Another little anecdotal point. I know everybody's all excited about the record number of gun sales that have been going on in the past few months. And I see people touting all the time, oh yeah, it's great, there's all these new gun owners and everybody's, seeing the true purpose of the Second Amendment now and arming up, blah, blah, blah. I wish I could get excited about that, but unfortunately I'm going to be that guy, and I'm going to dump the big bucket of cold water on things. Not all of those people buying those guns have suddenly seen the light and are Second Amendment supporters and constitutionalists. I know for a fact that they're not. There's a lot of those people that have bought those guns that fully intend and fully plan to use them on folks like us. So I know that's not the utopian thought, but it's reality. I know this to be true because I've seen it. A lot of them are now. Don't get me wrong. A lot of them are, but there's a whole lot of them that aren't. The other side's arming up too. You really, really, really have got to take this stuff seriously. You have got to get prepared. You have got to get trained. Time is of the essence, and right now, it's a bad time to try to be getting any of it done. But anything you can get done now is going to put you that much further ahead of the game. Every little bit's going to count. So whatever you can do as far as protecting yourself, getting training, mags, ammo, food, water, medicine, all the things that we talk about all the time for month after month, year after year. You need to be doing it as much as you possibly can right now. And I know it sucks because there's a lot of people that are hurting financially because of this stupid virus thing, and business is being shut down. That is what it is too. So I understand. I'm just saying, do what you can, do it as soon as you can. You cannot procrastinate at all right now. I pray every night that things will take a turn. But I honestly believe there's a strong chance we're past that line. I don't think they're going to go back the way they were, and I think they're going to get a lot worse in the coming months, especially as we get closer and closer to the election. So, without going off for 30 minutes, which I could easily do on things, there's a lot of disinformation being put out right now. There's a lot of people being led astray. There's a lot of useful idiots in play. And it's saddening, but it is what it is, and some of us have seen these things coming. Maybe not to the exact detail that they are, which nobody possibly could, but just in general, some of us have seen these things coming. So, on that happy note, what else can I add to it? I don't know. I really don't. It's kind of all got me at a loss. And I'll be honest, one of the reasons I haven't made a video yet talking about all this stuff is because primarily I've been too busy with work trying to get stuff made and sent out to people through my business that have ordered gear. And number two, just because most of you who are watching this channel already know how I feel, already know what I'm doing, and you're most likely feeling and doing the same thing. That's why you're here. So there hasn't been a lot of drive for me to preach to the choir and tell you guys what you're probably already thinking and already know. But I know some of you had asked, and I wanted to honor that. So that's kind of the down and dirty. I'm gonna, if I see something that I think is worthy of bringing to your attention, I'll try to get it up. But I'll be honest, my time right now is very, very limited. Work and our family and group preparations. That's where all my time is at right now. That's it. When I've got spare time to do something else, I will, but that's primarily where everything I've got is devoted at. And taking time out to tell you guys about stuff you already know just doesn't seem beneficial. But I don't mean to say that I'm not. I will, but I'm going to have to make sure it's something that I feel like is really, really worthy of bringing to your attention. Every little blip that goes by, I'm not going to do a video about, because I want to make sure what I'm telling you has got some merit and fact to it before I bring it to you. So, where does that leave us? Well, I would highly suggest you do everything I just said a while ago and do what I'm doing. Get with your family, get with your friends, start making plans. It's some kind and at some level. Whether it's a neighbor, relatives, whatever. Start getting some kind of plan formulated. If you can't, start getting a plan formulated in your head of what you would do with your neighbors and friends once things go bad. Now, you're going to be behind the curve, so it's going to be hard to get done, but at least if you've already got a plan in your head of what you will do once things get to that point, it'll make it easier than standing there in the middle of a situation going, oh my God, I need to try to get everybody organized. Go ahead and figure out how you do it, even if you can't talk to your neighbors yet. The day may come when your neighbors are suddenly, holy crap, what should we do? Well, I got an idea, and you've already got it mapped out in your head at least. So at a bare minimum, do that. Otherwise, do everything else you can to start getting ready. Treat it like a hurricane. There's a Category 5 hurricane coming straight at you. The timeline on it is unknown. You don't know when it's going to hit, don't know exactly where it's going to hit, how strong it's going to be when it gets here. You just know it's coming. What all do you need to manage that? Food, water, medical supplies, clothing, generator fuel, ammo, mags, plans, etc. Go at it kind of with that mindset and do the best you can with what you got. So anyway, that's kind of the take on current events, guys. It doesn't look good, and do not underestimate the enemy. And make no mistake, these people are enemies. They are domestic enemies. Might even be some foreign enemies involved, but no doubt domestic enemies for sure. Take that to heart. I truly encourage you. So until next time, take care, stay safe, get ready, and I'll talk to you again as soon as I can. See you.